Chosen One. Before the first golden rays of this May 31st morning fully touch the earth, something far greater than an ordinary sunrise is already unfolding around you. The full moon in Sagittarius arrives, carrying an energy that feels ancient, sacred, and deeply personal, as though the heavens themselves have been waiting for this precise moment to deliver a message written specifically for your soul. Imagine standing beneath a celestial cathedral where rivers of starlight flow across the sky, where unseen gates made of light slowly begin to open, revealing pathways that have remained hidden from ordinary sight. This is not fantasy. This is the symbolic language through which the universe often speaks to awakened souls. While many people will wake up and move through this day unaware of the energetic shift taking place, you are guided here because something inside you has already sensed it. You have felt it in restless nights, in sudden moments of intuition, in the strange awareness that your life is standing on the edge of change. For a long time, you may have wondered why your journey has felt different, why your path has included detours, delays, and periods of deep uncertainty. Yet this morning brings a revelation. What felt like stagnation was actually preparation. What appeared to be setbacks were hidden alignments. What looked like closed doors were divine pauses designed to position you correctly before the next chapter began. The full moon in Sagittarius shines like a cosmic spotlight across your destiny, illuminating possibilities that could not be seen before. The energy surrounding you now is not asking you to become someone else. It is asking you to remember who you have always been, beneath the noise, beneath the fear, beneath the expectations of others. The universe is not creating your path today. It is revealing the path that has been waiting for you all along. There has always been something about you that refused to completely merge with the systems around you. Even when you tried to follow the same routes as everyone else, even when you attempted to think the way others thought or pursue what others pursued, a deeper part of you remained restless. You sensed questions where others saw certainty. You felt invisible currents beneath situations that appeared simple on the surface. You noticed contradictions that most people ignored. Throughout your life, this sensitivity may have felt more like a burden than a gift. There were moments when you wished you could stop noticing so much, stop feeling so deeply, stop carrying the awareness that there was more happening beneath the visible world than people were willing to acknowledge. Yet what once felt isolating is now becoming understandable. The reason you struggled to fit into certain environments is because your spirit was never designed to become comfortable within limitations. It came here to transcend. While others accepted appearances, you were drawn toward truth. While others sought comfort, your soul sought meaning. While others followed familiar paths, something inside you continually searched for a greater horizon. This often created tension because awakening rarely feels comfortable. It asks questions that challenge old assumptions. It exposes illusions that many people prefer to leave unquestioned. The full moon in Sagittarius amplifies this realization by revealing that your differences were never flaws. They were signs. They were indicators pointing toward a larger purpose unfolding beneath the surface of your life. Every time you felt out of place, every time you sensed that you were seeing reality differently, every time your intuition warned you before your logical mind understood why, your soul was reminding you that you were not here merely to blend into the world. You were here to discover a deeper truth within it. If the recent months have felt unusually heavy, you are not imagining it. Many chosen ones have been moving through a season that felt strangely restrictive, as though an invisible wall had appeared between them and the future they sensed was calling them forward. Efforts seemed delayed. Momentum felt interrupted. Certain answers remained just out of reach. At times, it may have seemed as if the universe had gone silent. Yet what appeared to be silence was often transformation occurring beneath the surface. Consider the process of a seed buried deep within the earth. From the outside, nothing appears to be happening. The darkness looks permanent. The stillness feels endless. Yet beneath the soil, life is gathering strength. Structures are forming. Growth is taking place that cannot yet be seen. This has been your spiritual condition. The restrictions you experienced were not signs that your destiny had disappeared. They were signs that something within you was being strengthened before expansion arrived. God often prepares people internally before changing their external circumstances. Wisdom is developed before opportunity. Clarity is established before movement. Strength is built before responsibility increases. Now, under the illuminating power of this full moon in Sagittarius, the wall that once seemed immovable begins to crack. New awareness enters your consciousness. Old confusion starts dissolving. Possibilities that seem distant begin moving closer. The pressure that once felt like resistance reveals itself as preparation. What is breaking apart is not your future. What is breaking apart is everything that convinced you your future was out of reach. The barriers are weakening. The illusion of limitation is fading, and your spirit is beginning to recognize its own power again. The first great path opening before you today is freedom from fear. And this freedom arrives not because life suddenly becomes easy, but because your relationship with uncertainty begins to transform. Fear has accompanied many people for so long that they mistake it for wisdom. It disguises itself as caution, practicality, or realism. Yet beneath those disguises, it often serves one purpose: preventing growth. Throughout your journey, fear may have appeared as hesitation before opportunities, doubt before decisions, or endless questioning whenever your intuition encouraged you to move forward. It whispered that you were not ready, not capable, not prepared enough. It encouraged waiting when action was needed and retreat when expansion was calling. Yet the energy of Sagittarius challenges those narratives. Sagittarius is the seeker of higher truth, the explorer of new horizons, the force that refuses to remain confined within familiar boundaries. Under this full moon, your perspective begins to widen. You start seeing that many of the things you feared were never as powerful as they appeared. The uncertainty ahead is no longer viewed as danger, but as possibility. The unknown is no longer an enemy, but an invitation. You begin understanding that every meaningful transformation in your life required you to move before guarantees existed. God did not place a spirit of limitation within you. God placed vision within you. Fear spoke in the language of contraction, but destiny speaks in the language of expansion. Fear focused your attention on what might go wrong. Destiny focuses your attention on what becomes possible when you trust the path unfolding before you. This morning marks a shift. It marks the moment when you stop measuring your future through the lens of fear and start viewing it through the lens of potential. For some time now, subtle messages have been appearing around you. They may have arrived through repeating numbers that seemed impossible to ignore, through dreams that felt more vivid than ordinary imagination, through chance encounters that carried unexpected meaning, or through moments when a thought appeared at exactly the right time to answer a question you had been carrying in silence. Part of you recognized these experiences immediately. Another part questioned them. You wondered whether you were reading too much into things, or creating meaning where none existed. Yet this full moon arrives to confirm something important. The signs were real, the guidance was real, the synchronicities were real. The universe communicates through patterns because the soul understands symbols long before the mind understands explanations. Many of the events that appeared random were actually interconnected pieces of a larger design unfolding across your path. Looking back, you may already notice how certain delays redirected you toward better outcomes, how certain endings created room for necessary beginnings, and how certain challenges awakened strengths that would have remained dormant otherwise. The signs were never about predicting every detail of your future. They were about building trust between you and your intuition. They were reminders that you are participating in a reality far more intelligent and interconnected than appearances suggest. Under the illuminating light of this full moon, scattered pieces begin forming a recognizable picture. What once seemed confusing begins making sense. What once felt disconnected begins revealing hidden purpose. The guidance has been present all along, quietly leading you toward this moment of awareness. The second path opening before you today is freedom from the past. And this freedom may be even more powerful than the first. Many people carry yesterday into every tomorrow without realizing it. They revisit old disappointments, old failures, old betrayals, and old wounds until those experiences become the foundation upon which they build their expectations for the future. Over time, memory becomes identity, pain becomes perspective, limitation becomes habit. Yet the energy of Sagittarius refuses to remain trapped inside old stories. It seeks movement. It seeks expansion. It seeks the horizon beyond the horizon. This full moon shines directly upon the places where you have already outgrown the version of yourself that suffered those earlier chapters. You may still remember the losses. You may still remember the disappointments, but you are no longer the same person who endured them. Every challenge transformed you. Every struggle expanded your understanding. Every difficult season added wisdom that could not have been acquired any other way. God is revealing that the purpose of those experiences was never to define you forever. Their purpose was to refine you. There is a profound difference. The past contains lessons, but it was never meant to become a prison. The past contains memories, but it was never meant to determine your future. Today, a doorway opens through which old burdens can finally be set down. Regret begins losing its grip. Guilt begins losing its voice. Emotional weight that has traveled with you for years starts feeling lighter. Your spirit remembers that life is not designed to move in circles. It is designed to move forward. And as this realization settles into your heart, you begin reclaiming energy that has been trapped in yesterday for far too long. Chosen one, this morning is not merely another point on the calendar. It is a moment of recognition. As the full moon in Sagittarius floods the energetic landscape with illumination, many truths that have remained hidden begin rising to the surface. You may feel unusually aware today, as though a veil has become thinner and your connection to your intuition has become stronger. Thoughts may arrive carrying unusual clarity. Emotions may reveal messages that were previously overlooked. Situations that once seemed confusing may suddenly appear obvious. This is not because reality has changed overnight. It is because your perception is changing. A deeper level of awareness is becoming available to you. The universe often works this way. First, it changes how you see. Then, it changes what you experience. What makes this morning powerful is not simply the presence of the full moon. It is the alignment between celestial timing and your own readiness. You have traveled through seasons of uncertainty. You have endured lessons that demanded patience. You have walked through periods when faith was tested and answers seemed distant. Yet through it all, something within you continued moving toward greater understanding. Now that understanding begins to reveal itself. The scattered events of your life no longer appear random. The challenges no longer appear meaningless. The delays no longer appear unnecessary. You begin seeing a larger pattern woven through every chapter of your journey. And in that recognition, a profound peace emerges. Not because every question has been answered, but because your soul finally understands that it has been guided all along. This morning is a reminder that you are not lost, not forgotten, and not disconnected from your purpose. You are exactly where you need to be to receive the wisdom, clarity, and empowerment that this sacred moment was always meant to bring. Chosen one. The third path opening under this full moon in Sagittarius is the freedom to become who you truly are. For years, you may have adjusted yourself to fit into places, relationships, and expectations that never fully matched your spirit. You silenced parts of yourself, questioned your gifts, and doubted your inner knowing. But this full moon shines a powerful light on the truth. You were never meant to shrink. God is not asking you to become someone new. He is asking you to remove everything that is not truly you. As old masks fall away, your authentic self begins to emerge. The more you embrace who you are, the more your life aligns with the destiny waiting for you. Many chosen ones have asked why their path seemed harder than others. The answer is becoming clear now. Your struggles were not punishment. They were preparation. Every challenge strengthened something within you. Every disappointment taught wisdom. Every delay redirected you toward a better path. What once felt unfair now reveals hidden purpose. Looking back, you may realize that some of the hardest moments in your life were actually shaping the person you needed to become. Nothing was wasted. Every experience played a role in preparing you for this chapter. The full moon in Sagittarius is helping old timelines come to an end. Patterns built on fear, limitation, and self-doubt are losing their power. You may notice certain beliefs, relationships, or situations no longer resonate the way they once did. This is not a loss, it is a release. The old version of your reality is making space for something greater. Trust what is leaving your life. Trust what is changing. Some endings are necessary because they create room for the future your soul has been calling in. This full moon is expanding your perspective. Instead of focusing only on obstacles, you are beginning to see possibilities. Instead of feeling trapped by current circumstances, you are sensing a larger future ahead. God is awakening a deeper vision within you. You do not need all the answers right now. You only need enough faith to take the next step. As your awareness grows, confusion begins to fade and purpose becomes easier to recognize. What once seemed impossible starts looking achievable. Most people focus only on what they can see. You have always sensed something deeper. While others accepted limitations, you questioned them. While others followed the crowd, your soul searched for meaning. This difference may have made you feel isolated at times, but it is also one of your greatest gifts. Your intuition, sensitivity, and awareness are not weaknesses. They are strengths. They are part of the reason you were able to recognize this moment of awakening when so many others cannot. God's message for you today is simple. Stop underestimating yourself. You have survived difficult seasons. You have grown through challenges that once seemed impossible. The strength you are searching for is already within you. The wisdom you need has already been developing through your experiences. Trust what God has placed inside you. Trust your growth. Trust your journey. You are far more prepared than you realize. This full moon is not only bringing awareness, it is bringing activation. The time for endless waiting is ending. The time for movement is beginning. The lessons you learned are meant to be used. The clarity you gained is meant to guide action. You may not know every detail of the road ahead, but you do not need to. Every great journey begins with a single step of faith. Today, the universe is encouraging you to move forward with confidence and trust. Chosen one, this full moon in Sagittarius opens three powerful paths of freedom. Freedom from fear, freedom from the past, and freedom to become who you truly are. These paths have always existed, but today they are illuminated more clearly than ever. The signs are becoming stronger. The vision is becoming clearer. The old limitations are losing their hold. Deep inside, you can feel that something is changing. This is your reminder that you were never meant to stay small. You were created to expand, awaken, and step fully into the destiny that has been waiting for you all along.